Hello and welcome to School Libraries in AI. I'm Michelle Statfeld. I'm the Library Media and Educational Technology Specialist at West Babylon Junior High School, and that's on Long Island, New York. And I am so proud and excited to share with all of you Diffit, the most amazing AI tool to get the just right instructional materials to support all learners. And I am proud to also say that we are sponsored by the Future of AI. Before we start, I would like you all to utilize this QR code, and it will open up a doc that I have put many resources that you can go back to and utilize for Diffit. But today we're going to dive into Diffit, and you can all go onto this QR code. And you will see all of the links that I have. I'm sharing with you my address, my email address. If you have any questions, you can always get back to me. And just for now, I'd like you to click on Diffit for Teachers, and that will bring you right to the Diffit website. So once you get onto this site, Diffit, we are going to log in. I log in with Google. And for all of you joining us today, you will get an extended version, professional version of Diffit until January. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so Diffit got its name from differentiation of all resources. So you literally take anything, and as they say here, literally anything, and you can get the perfect resources for your students and differentiate them to any language and any reading level. You can also take any YouTube or article, anything that you have a URL, and also get the resources. You can upload any text that you may have here, or you can start off with or add in a vocabulary list. We're going to start off right here with the URL code, and I am going to use this video. It's a crash course on media literacy. So I'm going to take the link from there. I'm going to paste it right here. I'm going down, and what they usually do from these videos is they take the transcript. So I teach sixth graders, but I'm going to go to a fifth grade level. I'm going to keep it in English, but you can translate it to any language that you want. We're going to stay with English, and I'm just going to click Generate Resources. While we're waiting, and it's probably no more than 30 seconds, they will add little tips along the way for us to use once we get our resources. So here we are. It gives us a picture. We can change the image, but I'll stay with this because that's what I'm using. You can change the title. So I'm just going to call this Crash Course Media Literacy. It takes the transcript and it turns it into an adapted reading passage. I can customize this with questions. I can adjust the length to make it shorter, but right now I'm going to keep it where it is. And also what's great, and this is a newer resource that they're sharing and with all of us, is that you can see all the sources. So for this, I know where my source is. I got this from YouTube. But when we go back to the literally anything, and as it is an AI tool, which, as you all know, an AI is a data scraper. It takes the information from all over. So it is good to have the sources. You can edit this any way you want. Once we go down here, it gives us a summary. It gives us vocabulary words that they pulled. But I might want to add some vocabulary words, and I'm going to either pull them from the text or I can add my own words. How many do I need? I'm just going to add 3 words that they pull from the text. So they add some more down here. I may or may not like them. If I do not want those, I could trash them and get rid of them. So maybe I don't want tricks, and I could just delete that. I can add images on, and so for media, I can go right to a Google search or upload an image on my own. From there, we're going to go down to multiple choice questions. They pull multiple choice questions, and you can see the answers right here. You can add questions, and when you add the questions, they will ask you, do you want to tie this to your ELA standards, literacy skills, depth of knowledge? And if I go to my ELA standards, it will actually ask me for New York, and I am teaching 6th grade, so I will go to 6th grade. I'm going to ask for 2 questions, and I will decide where. Maybe I'm going to take determine central ideas and point of view, and I can get some questions on that. I could also ask questions that are just depth of knowledge, maybe a simple reasoning, and get some questions on there. And that just adds it on. They also connect right there, so they show what type of questions you have here. The same thing goes on with short answer questions and open-ended prompts. Here I'm going to add a prompt, maybe 2 more, and generate those. So once you go through and customize, edit, remove, or add any of the questions you have the opportunity to now turn this into a student-ready activity. You could print it, you could turn it into a Google Form quiz, a doc. Then these are some options. These are things that I usually do. I like the vocabulary drag and drop, the think, pair, share slides, but I'm going to go to student activities to choose my own. And this will show you, I can look for basic activities that summarize learning, vocabulary, reading strategies, writing strategies, text analysis, collaboration, critical thinking. And then I can go down and choose different types that I would like to use. So right now I'm going to pick the Think, Pair, Share. It's one of my faves. I'm going to click it and export the activity. Just takes a few moments to have student ready, lesson ready activities. These all are in the form for these in Google Docs, Google Slides, and I'm going to open this one as a Google slide. You could download it as a PowerPoint, a PDF. I never recommend sharing directly to Classroom because you always want to go through all of your AI generated information prior to sharing it with your students. So I'm going to open it as a Google slide. It goes right into my Google. And I will just put this on. And this is what it comes to. I'm going to put it on a slideshow for you. So the first slide in everything that they give you from Diffit that is created always gives you a teacher instruction page teaching you how to, or suggestions on how you can utilize this. So you could delete this slide before sharing with students. Then it gives you the image that you picked. Again, you could change anything about the image. What do you notice? What do you wonder? Review vocabulary. It gives you the definition and an example sentence, and it always gives you room to add some more vocabulary terms in. Then they take their reading, and they chunk it out. So it starts off with, my name is Jay Smooth. You probably want to delete that part. And then it tells you a little bit about what he's talking about from the transcript. What is media literacy? Taking notes, a little more. And you could adjust this any way that you want. So once we go through the read and take notes, it goes to the multiple choice. Always gives you which answer did you pick and why. I love that. Critical thinking. Why did you pick that answer? And it goes through the multiple choice questions. Then the short answer questions. Again, you can delete any slides. You can add any slides. This is yours in your Google Slides account to do whatever you want. It's all part of your drive. Short questions. And then I love this, the think, pair, share. What kinds of media will Jay Smooth talk about? And additional engagement slides that you can add at any time. I'm going to go back to Diffit for Teachers. I'll show you that all of my resources are shared here in my library. I have many, many resources here. If I want to go back to start new, and I'm going to try now literally anything. So here I can write Causes of the American Revolution. It is nonfiction. I could align it to standards right here, which is history standards. I will go to New York. I believe this is 7th grade. Okay, and compare and contrast. I'm not a social studies teacher, so I might be wrong on exactly what standard that I would choose here. I'm going to take this, I'll turn it into a 6th grade resource. And again, you can then regenerate all of the resources. So if you have some students that are reading at a 4th grade level, some that are reading at a 6th grade level, you could make individual resources for each student. And that's what we talk about in Diffit, is differentiation. I'm generating the resources, and you see how quickly this is generated. Okay, it gives me a picture. I might not like this image. Maybe I'm going to choose this one or this one. It gives us the source where it came from. I could adjust this. This is the adapted reading passage. Maybe you want this to be long. It gave you a medium. I'm regenerating it to have a little more information for my students. Now, what's interesting here is it shows the sources. So when we go down here, we look at our sources. So it comes from digitalhistory.edu. Okay, that's a trusted edu. Battlefields.org, insiders.edu, history.com. This is a .gov, and this is Britannica. But for some reason, if you did not want to utilize one of these, you can edit this. And maybe, let's say I want to take off insiders.edu. Okay, so now I regenerate this without that source. And this is also a new feature that came from feedback from teachers like me, and teachers hopefully going forward like you, and educators that can give them feedback. Diffit is such an amazing company, and they always ask for feedback. So here I am. Now I'm showing a source, showing my sources, and that has been removed. Okay, and it was regenerated, and it shows you where all of the information comes from. Summary, vocabulary words. I'm going to add some vocabulary words pulling from the text, and I'm going to add 3 more and generate. Multiple choice questions. I think I'm going to add a few questions on. I'll call them depth of knowledge, and I'll have a simple reasoning, and I'll add 2 on here. And there it goes, add it on. Short answer questions, I'm also going to, but here I'm going to do a little short answer with strategic thinking. I'll add 2 on here. And open-ended prompts, again, adding prompts. I will add 2 more prompts and generate. So once we finish with this, I would love all of you, or if you're doing this at the same time, be my guest, and you can start in Diffit to generate activities for yourself. So here we can go right to a reading summary, or we can go to vocabulary drag and drop. I'm going to pick this one right now and export the activity, or you can customize it and change it. I like to see what they give me, and then I customize it afterwards. So as we're waiting, seems like we're waiting for a long time, but isn't it amazing how quickly we get this? I'm going to open my Google Slides here again. Slideshow, image and notice and wonder, vocabulary practice, that they can take these and pull them right in. You could add words as you'd like, or the students could add words that they may find. This is taking the information and the reading passage into chunks, each one with room to take notes, questions. The YouTube videos, you don't have as much control, so you can actually obviously edit everything on your own. When you are taking something in literally anything like we did on this subject of the causes of the American Revolution, you're getting more specific information that you want. But again, you can change the questions, and you could even turn these into Google Forms and have a quiz for your students ready. And then it goes to the short answers. What was the main reason the colonists wanted to be free from British rule? Why did the colonists feel like they were being treated like second-class citizens? What was the name of the new country that was formed after they won their independence? And based on the text, what were some of the ways the colonists protested against the British government? And then these open-ended questions. This is really for collaboration. The students could work on it on their own. They could work with a partner, or you can share at the end what everyone thought, and the students could then take notes to these open-ended questions. And here they always add, if you want to add any slides in, you can do that. Always ending with a turn and talk to your partner, turn and talk again. And I'm going to go back now. I'm going quickly, but I want to show you everything. When you go to activities here on Diffit, you press activities, and these are all different student-ready activities. It will always show the recent ones that you used, featured. So these are all the different activities, and they keep adding more and more and more every day. Google Forms quiz, printable doc. These are for summarize the learning. And this is for all ages. They also are getting different creators to add in. So you see, this is Edu Protocols. Some of the people ditched that textbook. I love to follow him. This is a great activity, emoji reactions that he put together. So you could first go to the activities and then add the content with Diffit. Vocabulary, there's so many things that you can do with vocabulary. And again, visual, choice boards, reading strategies, characters, Cornell notes, short answer slides, claims, evidence, and reasoning, poetry choice board, text analysis. So the world is your oyster. Oh, I love this one. I haven't used it yet, but this is new, also by a new creator, character phone design. So you could have taken, you could add the content with Diffit, any topic. So let's say I'm going to go add any topic, and then I can go back to, okay, I'm just going to say Barack Obama, generate resources. And now we're going back to that activity, okay, of the character phone design. So now we open this up. You can preview the activity, customize it, or I'm just going to generate it for now so we can see what it looks like. These are great for independent reading for students to do. So here we have the activity. What do you notice? What do you wonder? I did that quickly, so I might have changed that. And then key vocabulary, all about Barack Obama, reading and take notes, giving information, and then a character phone design. There's also a great comic strip that they just added in that students can take the causes of the American Revolution, and you have them make a comic strip out of it. So some short answers that reflect and discuss. So I'm going back to Divot, starting new, and just to show you all of the things that you can do. I hope that you could all have fun with this. Look up literally anything that you want. Pull in any YouTube. Again, that's one of my favorites that I use. I could actually give the students a YouTube to watch maybe for homework the night before, or I make it into an ed puzzle. And then when they come in, they already have the prior knowledge that you want to work on the next day. And it really helps with student confidence when they're coming in, collaboration, think, pair, share, working together. Again, any text or excerpt that you have, all the information that we all have in our Google Drives, you can paste something in or just upload a PDF that you may have. Going to vocabulary lists, you can add any vocabulary words one at a time and turn it into a lesson on your vocabulary. I'm going to go back over here to dive into Diffit. I shared this entire slide presentation with you with a lot of additional information. It discussed everything that we discussed today. What does Diffit do? How to start planning with Diffit. What to do if you already have the content. How to create a Diffit resource set. Customizing the resource set. How to pick student activities. Customize student activities. And starting with an activity. So picking the activity first and then getting the content after. This is also great if you have a sub coming in, you could have everything ready for your students in under 1 minute. And really what Diffit does, how it differentiates all lessons from multiple students in minutes. So I added this presentation all to this page that I shared with you. And just to go over how to get on Diffit for Teachers, a YouTube station that they have, definitely join that. This is a great list of all of the different activity templates, cheat sheets, how to create Google Slides and templates with Diffit, and how to get your extended subscription that I told you about with this QR code. I must add that Miss Green works for Diffit, and she has been really amazing and really helpful. And she has a TikTok station with really, really great videos. You could find out how to become a Diffit certified educator, which I am. And this is great. I hope you all utilize this. Diffit will give you $25 to host a PD in your school. And once you do that, you can share the QR code for the extended subscription with all of your educators in your building. So I hope that all of you love Diffit as much as I do. Please email me. Tell me what you love about Diffit. If you have any questions, let me know. And thank you so much for joining us today.